Hello fellow Spuds and welcome to Thrive, a up-and-coming evolution sim, which was originally inspired by Spore's initial concept, but has aspirations far, far beyond what Spore ended up being. So far, Thrive is really a initial cell stage in Spore. I'm looking forward to seeing future developments with this and eventually getting to like a creature stage and that sort of thing further down the line. But I thought I'd just have a little go and show you kind of first impressions of the cell stage that is currently released. This is, as I said earlier, it's completely free, so yeah, just download it and give it a go. It is totally worth it, and it's a really interesting concept and take on the cell stage, which is very, very, very different to Spore. So this is our little cell, as you can see. I believe what you do is, yeah, so if you hold W, where your cursor is where you will go forward if you hold W. If you hold your cursor here and you go A, that will go left, and S, that will go back. But it all depends on where your cursor is. So on the far left, you can see what the environment's like, but you can also see what compounds we need. And you can see I am currently eating all this stuff. So the purple stuff will be phosphate. As you can see, my phosphate levels are now going up as I'm eating. Oh, that pink stuff was poison, so you want to stay away from that, not go straight into it like I did. But our little single-cell organism requires fairly basic stuff to begin with. It requires ammonia, phosphate, and glucose. Glucose is the kind of energy source that you need, so this will constantly be going down the more that you move around and do things, and you need to keep that level of glucose constantly up there to keep your cell alive, basically. And the more complex organism you get, the more glucose you consume, and it gets more and more complicated. So as you can see, we've maxed out all our compounds, and on the far right, you can see that there's now a nice blue DNA thing. If I click on that button, it'll enable me to evolve. I will do that now. So let's click on that. We go to this nice screen, which says a report about your species and everything about it. So we are the Premium Thrivium population. That's the name of our species. So we're currently in the Pangonian vents. You can see all the details about the statistics about the population, species, and all that other stuff here. If you really want to go into it, I don't know a huge amount about it, so I kind of stay clear about that. But what you have to keep in mind is originally when you start out, you are the only type of cell. So if you want to play as like a predator, I would advise doing a few generations of kind of non-predators just to make sure that there is a decent amount of population of non-predators for you to actually hunt. So what we're going to want to do is we're going to want to stick with well, it's not herbivore, is it? Because they're not eating plants. I don't know. I'm just going to say non-predator. Let's go to the patch map. As you can see, here we go. So these are the different places that you can live in. We are currently in the Pangonian vents, and you can see all the little physical conditions, atmospheric gases, and the compounds are in here. Now, our little guy needs ammonia, phosphate, and glucose. However, there is some iron here. There's also, I think that's that nitrogen something? Or was that sulfur? I can't remember. But there is other compounds here that we don't actually need. If we want to go further away from here, we can just click here, and you can only do this once per generation. We could technically go to the Pangonian seafloor. If you want to, it gets easier and easier the further up you go, really, because there's more. You go to like the beaches, say there's sunlight, and you can live as a plant at that point, and you can have like chloroplast and stuff to absorb sunlight, and it means that you can get free energy, and that converts energy into glucose, so it's easier to survive. However, what we kind of want to do is, I think we're going to just stay in the Pangonian vents for a little bit longer. And yeah, here we go. So we're at the editor now. This is our single-celled organism. He is pretty boring. He just got some cytoplasm. What we want to do really is just make this guy a little bit bigger. As you can see, we've got 100 points. You get 100 points per evolution, I guess. But what we kind of want to do is just expand upon this guy. So, so it turns glucose and ATP. ATP is kind of your energy for moving around, I believe. It's glucose is your storage and ATP is what you can do per second. So it means that you could, yeah, so like the flagellum, which is like a little tail, it enables you to move around a lot quicker. But we don't want to do that quite yet. What we want is a bit more cytoplasm, just to get our little guy a bit bigger. And that's just a general overview of what this guy might look like. Thinking having little arms here and a little tail down here. Let's change the colour of this guy. Let's change him to... let's make him a bit more... Oh, okay. I didn't realise that costs points. Okay, so he's a bit more rigid. He's a bit more red. Let's go from there. So there we go. So we've evolved, and now we have a separate kind of species. As you can see, I've started to... when it starts to flash red, it means that you're going to die soon. That was because our glucose levels were really, really, really low. But luckily we spawned next to some glucose, so we can just munch on all this, go nom 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 nom, eat some ammonia. Oh, and there you go. What are you? Oh, get... no. There we go. If you hold G, you can absorb other creatures. So this is just me absorbing. Go away. No, I want to get that stuff. So I killed all those creatures. That was unfortunate. But why can't I absorb that stuff? Oh, maybe I just can't. But anyway, that's if you have anything coming to attack you, my only defense is kind of absorbing them at this point. So you just press G. That enabled you to absorb. And you can just absorb the other creatures. Right, so let's try and... We need to find some phosphate now, so let's try and find that. There we go. Lucky me, loads of phosphate down here. And as you can see on the bottom right, that bar's filling up. And now it's full, so I'm technically able to evolve again. Hooray! But I think what I'll do is I'll try and fill up a bit more phosphate just before I evolve. And that will just enable us to... Yeah, just when we start our next evolution, we'll have a bit of storage, which will be nice. At the top right, I didn't mention this. Oh, it's hydrogen sulfide. That's the compound I was forgetting. So on the top right, you can see at the cursor what type of minerals there are. And depending on the colour of this, you can kind of tell if it's a bit more opaque, the concentration will be less. So like here, there's barely any type of compound. However, if you go further in, there's essentially thousands and thousands, especially here, of hydrogen sulfide. There's absolutely thousands of it. So you kind of want to look for the more concentrated, less opaque compounds like here. There's thousands of phosphate here, whereas over here, there's only a couple of hundred. So you want to kind of stick to these more concentrated places to get stuff. Anyway, right, that's enough of that. Let's evolve again. There we go. So as you can see, there's now two species. There's the primitive Rivium, which was the first one. That was what we started off at. And now we are the primitive Fusilirium. So that's our little guy there. Right, so let us now go to the patch map. Have a look. So we've actually got a third species. So we've got another species that's branched off from us, probably when we evolved as well, that has a bigger population. So we kind of... This is nice here. We've got a few different species. We go to these places. So there's nothing else living there, or there. There is a species of, I believe that's us, living there. We could move there if we wanted to. I think I'm going to stick one more generation here before we move on, just so we're a bit more established. What I'm going to want to do now is pop that. Oh dear, so you can see ATP production is too low. So we want some ATP production. So let's pop that, let's say there for the time being. There we go. So now glucose will be broken down into ATP energy, and that will allow our little creature to move a little bit faster. There we go. So as you can see, our guy is moving a bit faster. However, that does mean that glucose levels will drop a little bit more rapidly. As you can see, it is dropping. So that means that our creature now needs to kind of continually find glucose in order to survive, which might lead to this guy dying annoyingly. But I suppose at least I can demonstrate the dying mechanic. Although we do have some glucose here, so oh no, that should be plenty of glucose. That's fine. Let's top up this guy here. There we go. Let's get all the glucose we can. These little rocks here that you can see, they are iron. So you can get specialized cell parts that enable you to break down iron. Oh, really thick glucose here. Here we go. And that means that, yeah, you can basically live off iron if you want to. There's certain places around the map that are... Oh, let's absorb you. Come on then. There we go. Nom nom nom. Eat the cell. Tasty cell. I didn't mean to become a predator this early on, but apparently it's just happened naturally. It does just sometimes happen. Come back here. There we go. Let's absorb you, whatever you are. Nom nom nom. There we go. So, let's evolve again. And I think now that we are pretty established, we should probably move on there. Yeah, there's another species here now as well, so let's just move on to that patch. There we go. So now we're at the Pangonian seafloor. Let's go on to the editor. What we're going to want to do is... I think we're probably going to want to start finding a way of generating glucose better. Here we go. It turns iron into ATP. So we could get rid of the metabolisms and go into rusty cyanian. I can't pronounce half this stuff, but that's one way you could potentially go if you want to kind of save some ATP, save some glucose production, and you could just go straight into iron, which I might. Do I do that? Yeah, why not? Let's do an iron there. So yeah, I think really what we're going to want to do is probably get another one of these. Pop that one there. There we go. And as you can see, you want a good balance where you've got lots of ATP production over everything else that you've got. So currently we can also store iron now, which is nice. Can we? We can't get one of them, annoyingly. That's a shame. Oh well. Right, let's carry on. Oh, what's going on? Leave me alone. Oh, we've spawned and there's nothing around in sight. What are you? Are you... I don't know what that is directly in front of me. That's a bit weird. Right, let's zoom out a little bit and see if we can find anything. The further out you go... Oh, you can see I took some damage there where it's my little red health bar went down. This looks like it's, yeah, mainly glucose, but there's other compounds here as well. These things look like they're trying to take me out. Can I take you out? No, I think they're actually my friends. These ones aren't, though. Let's take you out. Nom 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 nom. There we go. We got all the nutrients from them. And I think this is iron down here. Yeah, iron. So as you can see, we'll grab some of this iron. Because we've got now the compound storage there for iron. And that will mean our ATP goes up using the iron instead of the glucose, which is just a little bit handier. Gives it a little bit of a boost. It's needed. There is also these massive iron things. You can either ram yourself into them, I think it does eventually go up, or you can hold G. Yeah, it's G. There we go. You can see you can absorb these little rocks here if you're persistent. There we go. So just absorb that, and my iron went skyrocketed up. Now ATP production should be fine for a while. You can see I've got a second tail. That's because of me absorbing these other creatures. You kind of take on some of their properties if you absorb them. Oh, they're all too quick for me. all a bit too quick. Right, so that's evolve now. Patch map. So what's the difference between here and here? Well, there's more... Is that? There's more phosphate, more ammonia, less glucose, significantly less iron. There is a lot of population here as well, and there's only one here. So let's just stay here for one more session. Cannot talk at the moment. Get one more of them, just to get our ATP production up there. We're going to want to eventually get a nucleus because this allows you to have a lot of storage and it allows for the rest of these parts, which would be quite cool. Cilia haven't been implemented yet, just ignore that. But yeah, that enables you to get the more complex stuff like the mitochondria, the chloroplast, all this stuff, hemoplast, and you can get more specialized and stuff, which is just quite nice, really. Let's just get some more cytoplasm down. Yeah, let's just get that, and we'll get a bit more, get a little bit bigger, just a bit easier for engulfing other stuff as and when it's needed. There we go. Let's grab some iron. Now, although we can use iron for ATP production, we still need glucose to live. So we still need to keep an eye on our glucose levels. Oh, let's try and take these guys out. Because these are not our friends. There we go. Absorb them. And we're a little bit quicker than them, so we should be able to take them out. It looks like one of our friends has spotted them. Oh, let's turn that off. You go a little bit slower when you're trying to absorb. I believe you use more energy as well, so you kind of want to make sure you're only in that mode as long as you needed. So let's absorb them. Absorb them. There we go. Absorb everything. You can see we got a little bit bigger, and we got another tail. And we can actually evolve again, which is nice. Let's do that now. So I think now that... Oh no, there's still only one other species. Let's stay there just until it's a bit more established. The good thing about the cytoplasm is that you can have more storage of compounds, which means you can just... Yeah, just get a little bit bigger, a little bit nicer. And it just means that you've got more space to engulf and do other things, which is nice. Do we want to go to a we might as well go for the predatory spike now, really, to be honest, because we are basically already there. So there we go. This doesn't really do anything. It just stabs other cells, so if we get near it, it will just hurt them. But now that we're a predator officially, I think we're probably one of the first predators so far. So now everything that evolves from us and what we evolve into will now have a spike, potentially, which is why it's not good to start off as a predator and get a spike, because that means every other cell that you evolve into or from will also have a spike, which means they can also hurt you as well. Anyway, right, let's evolve again. And hopefully now there's a bit more of a population on the next load up. There we go. Yeah, there's quite a few species that's worth us moving now. So this is a bit more ammonia, a bit more phosphate, less iron, annoyingly, but we haven't become that specialised yet, and there is still some iron. And further up we go, there is a bit more iron as well, especially at the top, so it's still worth keeping. So let's move to that patch there. There we go. And let's go next. Now, we could go for the nucleus. I haven't really left myself much room. It also costs to remove parts as well, so you want to be careful about placing stuff. We might actually, maybe let's just see how far we can go just with the basic parts today, and I can get into a more complex organism later on. I think that would be quite fun. Right, so maybe let's get another one of them. Let's get another rustium there. There we go. Guy looks very weird. It's very, very weird. Let's change our colour a bit now. Let's go to a bit more of a blue. Yeah, so the more rigid you are, the more health you have. However, if we went down, the more health you have, but the more mobility you have. So there we go. Let's just do that. Make us a little bit more mobile because, yeah, we want to be a little bit quicker now that we are a predator and we're chasing stuff down. Oh, look at that cell. Beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. What are you? You are just... Are you something dead? Oh, that's just a species that I can just absorb. Okay. Must have been something near death or at death's door. Oh, there's a flagellum there. Let's absorb that. There we go. This gives us lots and lots of resources. Because things just do naturally die, and there's certain organisms that they can't absorb all the parts that are left when something dies. So you can kind of just become a scavenger going around absorbing all the stuff that other creatures can't. Especially when you're as big as me and you've got lots of storage, you can easily just decide to do that. Yeah, we can already evolve. That's how quickly we got to this stage, which is really, really cool. I think we could probably risk getting another flagellum, I think. Let's go have a look. We could move up a bit, but there's only one other species, and seeing as we're now a predator, we kind of need to stay where there's lots of other prey. So, let's see what happens if we do this. Oh, we're fine. Okay. We can only get one at the moment, so we could stick with some more cytoplasm. Yeah, let's get 2 cytoplasm there and there, get a bit more storage, and get a bit bulkier. There we go. And we're a lot quicker now, that's good. Oh, this looks like easy prey. There we go. Oh, that was perfect. Absolutely perfect. Took everything out. The only problem is spikes can get in the way of absorbing stuff. You'll just want to be wary of that. So the aim of this game, if you haven't already become aware, is to become the dominant species and be successful as a species. So you don't have to become a predator, you just need to be successful. And we're already pretty successful, but we need to be really well established. So I think we're just going to stay there, to be honest. We will get one more flagellum. Is that a bad move? No, it's fine. Okay, cool. We will get one more of you. There we go. I think we'll yeah, I won't get any more of the iron one just because it's a bit pointless at this point. There's so much stuff here. This is insane. Oh, because I'm blue, I can't quite tell when I'm doing the absorption bit or not. Oh, come here. Come on. Something. Let me eat you. There we go. I haven't seen you before, you little green thing. Take you out. There we go. We can evolve again. It's becoming a bit of a dangerous game now, because we're using quite a lot of glucose to get to this point. We need to make sure it's actually worth it, speed-wise, for how much we're taking out. But I think we're doing pretty well. We're pretty neutral at the moment. We're actually probably gaining at this point. Oh, and there's loads of iron. That's good. Let's stock up on iron before we move on. Right, that's just evolved now. I'm slightly concerned about our glucose usage, just because we seem to be using it incredibly quickly. What we're going to want to do is... Let's get one more there. And we'll get a few more cytoplasm there and there, just for storage. There we go. Excellent. Right, let's grab everything that's not nailed down and just keep going. Glucose production is... Oh, okay, we've got to the bit where stuff has evolved to have poison attacks, which is never a good thing. Oh, we're actually nearly going to die, but there's lots of stuff here, luckily, that seems to be that we can just absorb everything, because something's clearly died here, and, and the creature that killed it couldn't absorb everything. Oh, there's loads. Absolutely loads here. We've been so lucky. Right, let's grab everything. Yeah, it seems like those things are like almost like pack hunters. They're just going after stuff. And I'm more like the apex predator going after them. There we go. Right, let's take that out. Go. Okay, so we've got quite a lot of glucose, although it is going down rapidly when we're moving. Which is not great. But at this point we can let stuff really come to us because we're so big. Stuff just seems to want to naturally gravitate towards us. Oh, are you yeah, there we go. That was what we used to be, so we are significantly better than what we used to be, and look at how many compounds we've got now just from absorbing all those other creatures. There we go, right. Okay, let's evolve. Look at the different populations now that are here. This is really cool. Doing really, really well now. Oh, it seems to... I think a couple of species have died off by the look of it. There was a load. Yeah, they've become more specialised, or some have been wiped out by the look of it. Right, let's move on. Why not? Well, I think we're quick enough. What we need to get now is... I think we could get into thylakoids. There is a little bit of sunlight here. So this, produces glucose from carbon dioxide and in the intensity of light. So there isn't a huge amount of CO2 or sunlight in this place, but it's always better to be prepared. So get those two down, and there we go. So we've got a little bit of passive glucose production, not a huge amount though, so we're not going to want to take that for granted anytime soon. But it's a start, it's something. Oh, and look, loads and loads of dead creatures. Absorb everything. Oh my god, it's a feeding frenzy, look at it. Let's take that thing out, whatever you are. There we go. Absorb everything, look at all this stuff. I wonder what species... This might have even been our species, because if it spawned in and it had low concentration of glucose, it would just die. Like, we're getting to that point, actually. We're running out of glucose quickly. Well, I think this is a big concentration of glucose. There we go, so that's something. Right, let's evolve now. Got one there. Now we're proper spiky boy now. You could get a bit more cytoplasm. Got 40. Oh, oh, I don't like it when it's not symmetrical. We need to change appearance anyway. Let us change it to a nice bright yellow. I think we want to go for less health, more mobile, because nothing's really attacking us. And we need all the mobility we can get. Oh my god, look at all these dead things. Oh Christ. Does not bode well. Oh dear. Yeah, so you can see our health is starting to go down because we ran out of glucose. Right, got a little bit more glucose from eating that stuff, so our guy is not doing very well. Oh god, yeah, okay. Right, we're going to want to evolve, and I think we're going to want to quickly move up the chain to here, where there's lots of sunlight, there's quite a lot of CO2, and although there's a lot less in terms of iron and glucose and things, at least we could move there, and we can grab some thylakoids. And they cost 50 each, so pop one down there, one down there. There we go. So we've got a decent amount of thylakoid production, which will give us glucose fairly quickly. Let's have a quick look. Okay, so if we stay perfectly still, we we still don't get anything. Oh yeah, we're gonna die. Oh, this was probably a bad move. Oh, we can evolve again quickly. Just just on the technicality, just stay there. Let's just add a load of thylakoids again. Just keep adding thylakoids. Eventually, it'll pay off. Are we okay now? We're okay. Look, our health is going up. Our ATP is going up. Let's turn that off. We're okay. We're net profit. We're fine. As long as we stay still, we're absolutely fine. I think if we try and move, yeah, ATP production goes down. But as long as we occasionally stay still, we're fine. So we just need to scoot on over to up here. The computer-controlled ones won't know to do that, and they'll just keep moving, and so they'll just kill themselves, basically. So we're probably not very successful as a species at the moment. However, as a little thing, we're doing alright. Go away, go away. Die, die. No, I'm gonna die. Oh, no. Oh, that was a shame. Oh, well, right. Well, that's the first death we've had. That's a shame. This is a fairly empty place. I jumped up here for the light aspect, but it looks like there's only one other species that's around here. And there's not much in terms of compounds, so we're kind of reliant on finding other creatures for food, and there's no other creatures. And it looks like the only other creature around here is actually a predator, so not great. I probably rushed to get here, but it's fine. It's absolutely fine. Oh, why can't I get revenge? I'm not a very good predator. Right, you go away. Oh, why? I think I need to increase my health the next time because clearly I'm too. I'm not firm enough. Everything's just easily attacking me. I need to up my health. Problem is now that I'm significantly bigger, I need a lot more phosphate and a lot more ammonia to evolve. So we might have come to a bit of a stalemate. Oh, we're dueling again. There we go. Okay, did it. Evolve. Let's absorb everything. Okay, I think we got lucky. I think we got lucky. Quickly, get everything. Evolve. What's the species like? So there's lots of species here now, so that's nice. We shouldn't die. But I think we're going to want to... we could take that out. Make it a bit more spiky up here. That might work. I think we do need another thylakoid, though. What do we do? More thylakoids or more spiky boys? Maybe more spiky boys up here and here. And we've still got 40... That'll enable us to get another cytoplasm. Oh no, we need to change our appearance, so we need rigidity up. Let's do there we go. Perfect. There we go. We can take these guys out now, which is nice. Oh, well, apart from when we don't. Oh yeah, we are very, very slow now. But we do have 81 health, so that's something. Yeah, there's only so much I can do, because they hunt around in packs, and I can't hunt around in packs, so... yeah, this is the problem with when you evolve and there's too many predators in somewhere. It's just, they just outcompete you. Oh, damn it. Every time I get close. Every time. Yeah, I think we've kind of lost being a predator and become the prey again at this point, which isn't great. Maybe we should get a toxic attack, because the others seem to have lost that ability, weirdly. Yeah, this game can be absolutely unforgiving at times, but it can be really fun, but at other times it gets impossible. If you speed along too quickly like I just did, it's a prime example of what not to do. I think I did pretty well early on, but now it's just a bit like, oh, I'm now stuck in an endless loop of trying to evolve to outcompete my competitors. Oh my god, there's hundreds of them. Oh, I can't keep going like this. Oh my god. Oh, friends, I've got backup. Come on. It's like a little war. Come on, I can do it. I can evolve. Go. Oh, that was intense. Oh, okay. Right. Turns ATP into oxytocin, which can be released by pressing E. Might have to go for that. I think we're good. Are we good? Is that just a waste? Probably a waste. Let's add another one up there. There we go. So we should be alright now. I think if anything comes towards us, we'll just press E, and that'll release our little toxic attack out there. Here we go. Right, so E. Take that. And E. Take that. And E. And E. And E. Oh, okay. It only works so many times. Come on, then. There we go. Right, absorb all of this. Yes. Absorb it all. Is it all mine? All mine. Yes, I think we've become the dominant predator again, thankfully. After all this time, we've managed to become the dominant predator once again. There we go. Oh, back on track. Look at how many spikes that guy's got. Could go with the nucleus. I'm worried about my ATP production because look how close that is. Let's stick with some of these, I think. That'll have to do. It's still extremely close though. Yeah, base movement speed is okay. Yeah, I might need to try and upgrade that stuff at some other point. My guy is not good. I don't know what happens if I run out of... I seem to be net neutral with glucose though. It's not doesn't seem to be going down. Unless I move. So technically, as long as I stay still, I'm fine. Yeah, so we just need to wait for this oxytoxic to move up a bit. We just need a lot more of it, because that seems to be our way of how we're going to survive. We just need to utilise that. Right, this looks like a... Oh, that was very successful. Just hunted that whole species down. Oh, let's take all this on. There we go. Yes, take it all on. Yes, look at me go now. Oh, look at me. Come on if you think you're hard enough. Come on. There we go. The problem is I've got too many spiky things now. I can't actually get to the nutrients. Come on. I'm going to need to go backwards in reverse and go into them. Right, I'm just going to evolve now. Okay, right. I think we're going to need a few more of these then. Let's do 1 and 2. There we go. It's a bit better ATP production. Okay, so Throve might have died, but we're back. I think it was all a bit too much. But we're back again, and we've got everything going for us. So let's fight our second war again. Come on then. There we go. Come on, take them out, guys. Oh no! Oh, evolve quick! Nearly died. Very, very nearly died. Quickly, we need more of these. Yeah, let's put 2 more there. There we go. Okay, I'm back again. Oh, game is not happy. Oh, and I'm dead. Damn it. Lovely, so our ATP production and our glucose level seem to be actually at a good place now that we've got all those upgrades, which is good. We'll just take all the glucose we possibly can here. Grab all this phosphate and ammonia. Might even be able to evolve without hunting much, actually, which would be nice. Oh my god, what is that? Something's evolved a nucleus. No, that's my nucleus. Go away. Can you let me by? Absorb the nucleus. There we go. Right, let's try and just absorb all this without dying now. There we go. Look how big he is. Oh, I'm so slow in reversing. Come on. Oh, I'm going to have to just evolve. I can't even pick that stuff up. That's ridiculous. We could put a nucleus on. But we still don't have a great ATP production. That's the problem. I think we're going to want some more thylakoids, annoyingly. Okay, right. Yay, there we go. We did it. We have thrived. We've actually won the game now. We've got to such a successful point that our species has thrived. The whole point of the game. Right, so I think I'm going to call it a day there, guys, because I've thrived and I'm just about to die, apparently. So, thank you so much for watching, guys. If you've liked what we've seen, please leave a like and subscribe. Yeah, I'm probably going to do another episode on this just to show you some more specialised kind of builds. In case you want to go into, say, a iron-only build or a kind of a plant-based build, something like that. But yeah, really happy with this. I highly recommend you download it and give it a go. It's a bit of fun. It's not very complex at the moment, but I think it's a lot more realistic version of what the Spore could have been, which is why I just really like it. Oh god, this guy. Right, thanks so much for watching, guys, and I'll see you in the next one. Oh, I killed him! Yeah, who needs a nucleus? And I'll see you in the next one. Cheers, bye-bye.